Dreaming, hoping, baby, you will be there. And I'm recording. All right, guys, what's going on? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. Hope all is well with you on this sunshine day. All right, guys. You see the thumbnail, you know where I'm going with this, but first off the bat, I want to give a great big old shout out to your friend and mine, one Mr. Orange Hat Reviews. Yes, I will leave the link to his YouTube channel in the pinned comment below. Go and check him out. He does some of the best content out there. He is based, not afraid to say how he feels. We have that in common. So let's see what Orange Hat Reviews sent to me on Twitter, and thank you very much, my friend. It says here, at the gospel, I think I am curious of your thoughts on this thread. You cover this stuff very well. Thank you so much, sir. And I think this is something that needs addressing. All right, let's see what he sent me here. This is someone apparently by the name of Kiran Kumar. Kumar, what's going on? Shout out to your friend Harold. I hope you guys found The White Castle. Can't wait to see a sequel to that, guys. So Kiran Kumar, he has here that he is a non-camera actor. A non-camera actor. Okay. And he goes by the pronouns he/him, of course. Okay. Kiran Kumar, I guess he does most of his acting off camera, and looking at the picture of him, I can understand why. He looks real crazy. Clearly, this man quite possibly finds himself on several no-fly lists. I'm only saying that because he looks crazy. It has nothing to do with his nationality or race. Kind of like me. I have the look of a man who's probably on several lists when I walk into a department store. I usually get the company of an undercover detective unbeknownst to me. Okay, that's just the way of the world, baby. Okay, no offense. Jokes. Okay, so it says here, Kiran Kumar says, why white actors should not play characters of color and why it is not racist to say this. This is a thread of 1 to 17. Okay, this guy wrote 17 tweets on this. So he goes on to say, in an ideal world, any voice actor could play any character of any race, but we're not in an ideal world. White actors have played both white characters and characters of other races for years, while POC or people of color actors just got whatever was left. Okay, so white actors have been hogging up all of the characters, whether they're white or any other race, while the POC or people of color actors just got whatever was left, okay? In an effort to circumvent this, the industry has moved more towards giving people of color actors priority over white actors in voicing characters of color. Ooh, Kiran, you don't see what's wrong with that sentence? In order to circumvent this, the industry, okay, this is an industry move. No people are asking for this. The industry has moved towards giving people of color actors priority over white actors in voicing characters of color, regardless, okay, regardless of qualifications. Specifically, black actors playing black characters, Chinese actors playing Chinese characters, etc., etc. Look, guys, I've talked about this many times in the past. If that's the road you want to go down, then you're going to see a lot of these marginalized groups. You're going to see them get a lot less opportunity because there aren't that many specifically black characters for everyone to be voicing, or Chinese characters. Remember, guys, we're talking about voice actors, okay? That means that they don't get to see you. The mere nature of voice acting is that you do things with your voice that defy the physical of who you are. You are an actor, you're acting, your voice is your instrument. So, for example, when Mel Blanc acts as Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck, he is giving a certain texture, cadence, a characteristic to this character, a certain attitude. It goes beyond what you see because, of course, you're not going to find an actual bunny rabbit to voice Bugs Bunny. Okay? I imagine talking rabbits would be limited in real life. But anyway, it says here, this is broadly an attempt to produce more equity in this space because white actors were and are overrepresented? Well, that depends on a very crucial bit of information, but I'm not going to get into that in a minute because you wrote 17 tweets on this. I'm going to give you a chance, Kiran, to bring this up on your own. So let's see if Kiran brings up what I'm going to bring up a little bit later. Stay tuned. It says, because white actors were/are overrepresented, it was largely agreed that we should take steps to give capable actors of color a fighting chance. Okay, he says capable. You have to be capable, so I'll give him that, even though capable doesn't always mean qualified or the best actor in question. It says, this does not mean that it's suddenly only about race. Far from it. For one, white actors did and sometimes still do get first crack at white characters, i.e., you can argue it was always about race, just in a more exclusive way. Secondly, you still need to be a stellar actor to get most of these parts. There are many capable black actors out there who have never gotten opportunities for the roles they would slay. Yes, he said slay. What man is out there saying slay, slay, work, turn to the left, work, turn to the right? Okay, Kiran, expanding the talent pool only helps. Third, black actors are in a position to better tell the stories of black characters. Now, guys, you see where Kiran is going wrong. You understand what he's doing right here. Kiran, who clearly is of, looks like East Indian descent, is now talking for black actors, okay? This, my friend, is where you messed up at. But I'm going to save that for a minute. Stay tuned, guys. All right, it says, third, I got you now. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Third, black actors are in a position to better tell the stories of black characters. This often leads to more authentic and better performances. The fact that they used to be excluded for so long is appalling. I would imagine it depends on the way those characters are being interpreted. But, you know, sometimes they can actually be voiced by other people with dignity, okay? But it says here, is limit X race actor to X race character a perfect solution? No. In an imperfect world, there he goes again, in an imperfect world, it's an imperfect solution that's far superior to the previous practice in terms of promoting equity. Even so, implementation has been something patchy. For example, certain casting calls lump all Asians into one category, or a studio hiring a Korean actor to play a character whose Chinese identity is crucial to the story. I would say that's different, guys, all right? That's not broad and, just regular voice acting, all right? You're actually calling for something very, very specific there. If you're talking about the Chinese identity is crucial to the story, then yeah, as a matter of fact, I would say that sure, there's nothing wrong with trying to get race-specific people to play characters that are actually race-specific, if that's crucial to what the story is saying, okay? So it says here, or casting folks not searching for talent outside of their limited pool. There can certainly be discussions around what granularity is appropriate for the size/scale of the project, appropriate representation, etc. But we need to start somewhere. But Kiran, he says, this is in quotations, shouldn't people of color actors then be barred from playing white characters? What do you think he has to say to that? Shouldn't people of color actors then be barred from playing white characters? Of course, he says, no, because the goal is equity. And even when, say, a Mexican actor plays a white character, white actors still have the lion's share of roles proportionately. Okay, if the goal is equity, right? If the goal is proper representation, Kiran, what kind of sense does that make? Okay, you're not making sense here, Kiran. All right, if everything is supposed to be accurate, then you can't hire a Mexican to play a white person, all right? Or you can't hire a non-gay person to play a gay person. You can't hire a non-bunny rabbit to play a bunny rabbit. This is, after all, voice acting, Kiran. And it goes on to say, as actors and as people, we need to evolve. Growing up, I thought Mike Henry's Cleveland on Family Guy was hilarious. As an adult, I applaud his decision to step down and make room for the talented Arif Sahir. Class act. Now, no one is defined solely by their race, but race plays a part. And the fact is, all other things being equal, white folks have more opportunities than folks of color. Black folks, for instance, being systematically oppressed in the U.S. for centuries. Oh man, I'm gonna get you, bruh. I'm gonna get you if you don't make the point that I'm about to make. It's a tough biz for everyone, but for some folks, it's especially tough. And I have a ton of respect for my white acting friends and mentors who have embraced the changing times and are joining the push for equity. Also, I have a ton of respect for my fellow actors of color who have pushed through, some of who are thriving in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. Ooh, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for picking up the cross and going with us. I thank you so much for fighting with us side by side. You are down with the struggle, sir. Have some fried chicken. No, he didn't just say that, but I'm not going to edit it out. At the end of the day, we should all want abundant opportunities for actors of all races. And I appreciate all of you who continue working towards this goal with humility and empathy. Finally, he says, P.S. Plenty of people of color in the industry have been saying this for years, but I'm sure they're tired and or feeling like a broken record. So this is my small attempt to alleviate some of that burden. There you go, guys. He's speaking because I know you're tired. I know you're weary. But he's going to pick up that burden for us, and he's going to carry it over the finish line. Kiran Kumar, you just had 17 tweets to say something that is crucial to this topic here. Why, Kiran Kumar, didn't you mention anything about who created these characters? Oh, oops! Why didn't you mention anything about who owns these characters? You didn't talk about that. You didn't talk about ownership, and I think that's very funny coming from you, sir. An Indian person who's coming over, like you said, who's looking at the black, for example, experience. You know something, guys? In my neighborhood, I grew up in Jamaica, Queens. And in Jamaica, Queens, we have this strip of stores that's called Jamaica Avenue, okay? Anybody out there from Jamaica, Queens, all right? I remember Wu-Tang Clan filmed their video for ice cream on Jamaica Avenue. And anyway, Jamaica Avenue is full of businesses. Oh, yes, it is. They make a ton of money selling fake gold, or at least they used to back in the day. In the Coliseum, they used to sell fake jewelry and stuff like that. A lot of businesses there, making a lot of money. You know who owns most of those businesses? Let's see. It would be Indian people, Korean people, immigrants. They come straight there. It's a vastly, predominantly black area. They're making a lot of money off of black people there. I wonder why Kiran didn't talk about ownership. I wonder why he didn't talk about giving black people opportunities to make money in their own community, in the interest of equity. In the interest of equity, why doesn't he make a thread like this talking about why Indians don't move out of or move their businesses away from black communities to give black people a chance to build up that equity so that maybe we might own something, so maybe we could fund things like this, so maybe we could actually create and encourage the creation of black characters for black people to voice. Since you're so concerned about that, Kiran, I'm shocked that Kiran didn't actually mention this in 17 tweets. Kiran, I know that you're an intelligent person. I was only joking about what you look like in your profile picture, bro. You look very intelligent, very smart. It's very interesting to me how you just skip over the concept of ownership. Dude, if you're going to be a champion for black people, then you can't just give the village fish. You have to teach the village how to fish. I remember James Brown saying, I don't want nobody to give me nothing. Just open up the door, and I'll get it myself. Ha ha. Woo! Hot tub. I feel good. That is where dignity lies, my friend. Dignity lies in ownership. You're talking about someone giving people this opportunity based on something that they own, giving them something that they created. If the majority of voices from these white cartoons and things like that, if they're white actors, it's probably because white people own it. I've said this a million times, even in the good book in the Bible. I hit my chin. It says that God created man in his own image. What is God in terms of cartoons and, fictional work? if not a writer or a creator. If you're that creator, then you're the god of that particular work. You're always going to reflect who you are in that material. If at the end of the day, you choose to sprinkle it with diversity and inclusion and stuff like that, that is your prerogative. But other people don't get, and I've said this from one of my very first videos, other people don't get to look over your shoulder at what you created and say, that's a nice story you got there. Why don't you put me in that story? Put me right there. Otherwise, I'm going to call you a racist. No, dude, create your own. That's the only solution to this. You don't get to bitch and moan and complain about what somebody else has created. Kiran, you must understand that while you're trying to get black people all up in arms about this because we're tired and we're weary and we need you, Kiran, to champion for us. Why don't you get your people who came here from other countries up out of these people's hoods and let them build up their own, instead of sending your kids to college off of their dollar? Because that's what you're doing, Kiran. I'm not saying that you should do it. I'm just saying if you care as much as you say that you do, you should do it. That's up to you. If not, my friend, you should shut the fuck up. All right. To my friend Orange Hat Reviews, thank you for giving this to me. I think I've spoken enough about this. Guys, you can get in the comment section. You can let me know how you feel about this. Isn't it sweet? Isn't it nice? Isn't it great that Kiran articulates? Isn't it grand? But he doesn't understand. Where does that come from? Guys, what do you think about what Kiran is saying? You can get in the comment section and let me know. I swear, guys, somebody, Lord, please save me from these saviors. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for the super thanks, guys. I will catch you on the next one. This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.